bottle, nigga. Wild.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Credit Carl here, bringing you guys another video, a how-to actually today. It's for the BMX bike that I'm building up. So I'm going to show you guys how to put on an integrated headset for people that may not know, and if you already know, that's great. Leave a comment, help me get to 300 subscribers, because I'm actually really close, and I would really appreciate it if you guys could do that. There's not going to be a lot of face in the video, probably not even any face in the video today, but I'm going to show you guys how to put on an integrated headset. So what you're going to need is a frame with a head tube that is integrated, a fork, and if you got fancy shit, it comes with that bottom race, which looks like this, and it'll be on your fork. And then you'll need a headset and a couple of spacers and your handlebars. Mine are all over here, but bars. So we'll set those aside for now. Also need something to wipe up some of the grease because you don't want to get that shit on your hands. And some gloves. So I'm just going to slip my gloves on now. One thing that you got to remember is that, or you got to check, is if your fork doesn't have an integrated bearing race on the bottom, then you're going to have to buy one of those and slip it on the bottom. And then if you got the fancy shit, then it'll work pretty well and you won't have to worry about anything. You just slip the bearings on, and then you'll have an extra race in the long run. And that's pretty much it. So what we're going to do now first is we're going to take this bottom race, it's cleaned up and everything, and you're going to slide it right over your fork. You're just going to press that on, or if you have a hammer, hammer it on. But I don't recommend that. If you could find like a tube or something to press it on, I would do that. After a couple seconds of hammering, you get it on there. It'll look just like that. So then what you're going to want to do is you're going to get a little bit of your grease. I just got my basic bike shop grease. You're going to stick some of that on the back of your hand. Put a nice convenient little spot. And then you're going to take this bottom, you're going to take the first bearing. It doesn't matter which one you use. And then you're going to want to stick it right on the bottom. And it looks like it's like a concave shape, so it's going to fit right over that bearing, and it'll spin real nice. And if you put it on the wrong way, it's going to look weird, and it's probably not going to be right. So if you have a little dust on it, I would just throw it in the towel, clean it up a little bit, and then take some of your grease, and then just rub it right on the outside of it. You know, just so you can throw bars like a champ. Doesn't have to be a lot. It doesn't really matter how much you really put on there. It'll all come off eventually. And you'll probably be re-greasing your headset later on, or just doing something else. So then, once you have it greased up enough, just slip it right over the top, and it should spin real nice. It's not going to be, it shouldn't be loose or anything. So then what you're going to do is, then you're going to take it, you're going to put it right up in through your frame, and it's not going to move around a lot. It'll be snug in there. So then once you have the bottom part in, you're going to take your top, and it's going to have a top bearing race that looks just like this. And you're going to slide that right into the bearing. So you're going to take this, and it's going to have that slit in there anyway, so you're just going to slide that right in there. Then you're going to take a little bit, you're going to take some grease. And you can actually do this to the bottom of the fork, but since I already greased the bearing up, it's fine. So you're just going to put a little grease in the top of the fork. Let me just show you guys. Just going to take some grease and put it in the top. just a little bit. You don't have to put a lot. And then if you want to put some in the bottom, you can, and I'm probably just going to do that anyway. Just so everything is silky smooth in there. So nothing's going to rub or anything. You want to put some grease wherever there's going to be metal on metal contact. Just so that you know everything's going to be good in there. And then, like I said, you're going to put some on the top. And then you're going to take some grease. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take it. I'm going to clean up this bearing a little bit. Just make sure there's nothing on it. I'm going to put some grease on the outside of this one. Again, this is all preference. You don't have to use as much grease as I am, but since everything's new, I want everything to be greased up. And then I'm not going to have to worry about re-greasing anything for a little bit or anything like that. So then you're just going to take it. You're going to slide it right over the top of your frame. And then it should sit real nice right inside just like that. And then you're going to take that top part, that top bearing race, the one with the slit in it, and you're going to slide it right over your fork. And it should slide right into place, right in the middle of the bearing right there. So once it's in place, your fork's not going to move. You just press it in there, make sure everything's pressed in, everything's nice. And then you can just wipe off your gloves, and then you're going to take your dust cover. You're going to put that right over top of everything. You can take your towel. You just clean everything off. Make sure it looks clean. You know, no one likes a dirty bike. No one likes an ugly bike. So just clean it all up. And then your frame will be sitting pretty. So then what you're going to do is you're going to take your bars. You're just going to drop them right on. And then the only reason I say you're going to want to, oh shit, wrong thing. The reason I say you're going to drop your bars on first is because you want to see how your bars line up with the top of your stem, or not your stem, your fork, because you don't want too much space and then you don't want too little space. You want it just to be just a little bit, like just a centimeter of space there. And then if there's too much, you just add some spacers. And then if there's not enough, you just take out a couple spacers. And it all just depends, because different headsets are taller than others, and different things are going to work for other ones. So just make sure that these bolts back here are loosened up when you're trying to put on your headset and your bars. And then you're just going to slip them on. Mine don't want to go on. Just want to make sure everything's pressed into place. Everything's pressed down, compressed together. And then you should have about that much space in there. I could probably take off a little bit more space, press everything down some more. So that's what I'm going to do. So then after you see that I have like that little bit of space, just going to take your compression cap, make sure that these are loose before you do this. You're going to take your compression cap, you're going to put it in, and you want it to compress everything down before you tighten the clamp bolts. Because if you tighten your clamp bolts before you do the compression bolt, you won't have any compression and your headset will be loose. So you want to do this first before you do your clamp, because if you do your clamp, like I said, it won't be loose. It'll be loose and you won't get any your headset. That'll destroy your bearings and your headset and everything. So then after you do that, then you can tighten up your clamp bolts, but you just want to make sure your bars are lined up over your fork. And it would be better if you had a tire, but I'm just going to line mine up, and then I'll show you what it looks like after. And everybody, if you followed my steps accordingly, you should be able to throw bars like a champ. So let me show you. I'm actually standing on top of my dresser right now, but if you did everything correctly and you followed my steps, you should be able to throw bars like a champ. You see how smoothly my bars spin. You don't hear any clicking, nothing. Silent. Well, I hoped this video was a little bit helpful for anyone that didn't know how to put on an integrated headset. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, leave a comment, subscribe, leave a like. And the rest of my parts come in Thursday and Friday. So then I'll be showing you guys how to put on this little bottom bracket over here. And then I'll be showing you guys the 3-piece cranks. Alright, no, mine are actually a 2.5 piece. But I'll show you guys how to do that. And then my spokes come in for my wheels. So I'll lace them up and I'll put them on, then I'll do a bike check. And that'll be pretty much it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. If you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.